One of the most common questions that we were asked was relating to hormonal pigmentation and then also pregnancy pigmentation. So maybe if you could just enlighten us a little bit more about specifically hormonal pigmentation and then how it relates to pregnancy pigmentation as well.
So hormonal pigmentation is a reality. It's something we see very often, especially starting to form during and become visible during and after pregnancy. So the reason for that is that hormones really are a big influencer in the way melanin, which is the color we all have in our skin, is formed. It's something that you can't control, and during pregnancy obviously you want the hormones to change because it's part of being pregnant. So if you hadn't been pregnant, it's difficult to say would those same difficulties or damages or pigmentary changes in the skin actually have formed. The answer is probably no, but we do know that if you are pregnant, it's very common to see pigmentary changes in the skin. One of the hormones, your MSH, melanin stimulating hormone, rises or is raised when you are pregnant, and that really is a big contributing factor. So when we treat pigmentation, one of the things that this new radiance range from Environ does is it actually targets that specific hormonal influence in the skin. And you will find that it actually inhibits the trigger or the stimulus of that hormone onto the cells. It actually inhibits that process, and your cells aren't as stimulated by the hormonal changes. So you do find, one of your questions was, can you treat it and can you prevent it? Can you get rid of it completely? You do find that you can obviously improve it. During pregnancy, it's difficult to control because you have all those hormonal changes. But the best place to really start treating it is once baby is born, you can really start caring and treating for your skin again.
In terms of pregnancy pigmentation, it was mentioned to us that it's called a pregnancy mask.
Yes, melasma.
Could you maybe just elaborate a little bit more on the pregnancy mask?
Pregnancy mask is typically found in the area sort of over the cheekbones. A lot of people find it in the nose, the center of the forehead. So it's called melasma, and it's the typical area where you see pigmentation when you are pregnant.
And then for someone like me, I have PCOS, so a lot of people don't know that that's polycystic ovarian syndrome. That also obviously does influence my hormones as well.
Estrogens are a big influence to pigmentation, which is obviously your female hormones mainly. And with PCOS or polycystic ovarian syndrome, you will find that those hormones aren't exactly balanced the way they should be, and therefore you can see changes in pigmentation in the skin.
So a lot of our readers have also asked about acne, pimples, and how this affects pigmentation, and then also scarring around acne breakouts and stuff like that. Can that be treated? Can it be prevented? And also, how does that form?
Okay, well, first and foremost, my advice would be, if you have a very oily skin that is currently suffering from breakouts, then treat the acne first and foremost. If you, like me, get the odd pimple and then sometimes you kind of have that urge to squeeze it, you must realize that touching the skin and squeezing a pimple is probably the worst thing that you can do. Because what you're going to do is you're going to create inflammation in that area, and inflammation is going to cause the discoloration in the skin that we are then going to sit with for, very often a number of weeks and in some people months. It will fade over time, but the best thing you can do is to not touch and squeeze. So that would be my advice there. If you have acne, treat the acne separately. Deal with that first, and then we can obviously target the pigmentation once that is cleared. But if you have those little post-acne or kind of inflammatory scars and marks forming in the skin, then absolutely, there's a lot you can do to target the discoloration and improve that.